My beloved child, come close to me now, for I have waited for this moment with a longing that has stretched across your whole life. I speak to you not from far away, not from some distant heaven where you must struggle to reach me. No, I speak from right beside you, from the quiet place your heart has kept for me, even when you did not realize it. I speak as the one who formed you, who watched over you since the day your soul first opened its eyes. I speak as the one who has never left your side, not for a single heartbeat. My child, listen, for this is a moment I have chosen especially for you, a moment when I wish to lift the weight you have been carrying, the weight you have tried to ignore, the weight you sometimes pretend is not there. I see it and I know it, and I am here to speak into it with love that will not fail you. You have asked me questions in the quiet of your heart, questions you did not dare to speak aloud. Questions about your life, about your purpose, about time slipping through your fingers, about moments you cannot take back. You have wondered if I hear you, if I remember you, if I still have something beautiful planned for you. You have wondered if you missed your chance, if the best moments of your life are behind you. And my child, I tell you now with tenderness, your time is not over. Your time is not wasted. Your time is coming. But before you understand what I am bringing to you, I want you to hear something far deeper. I want you to hear my heart. For so long, you have carried yourself through days with quiet strength. You have endured things others never saw. You have stayed awake at night, thinking about loved ones, memories, regrets, and hopes that feel too fragile to speak aloud. You have lived through storms and seasons that left marks on your heart, marks that you tried to heal, marks that you tried to hide, marks that you thought only you remembered. But I have seen every scar, every tear, every sigh. I have counted them. Not one was wasted, not one was forgotten, not one was hidden from me. I come to you now not with a voice of judgment, not with a voice of anger, not with a voice demanding perfection. I come with the voice you have longed to hear, the voice that has spoken softly to you in moments of peace, the voice that whispered hope when you felt alone, the voice that kept calling you back even when you strayed or grew weary. My voice is gentle, my voice is patient, my voice is filled with love that does not depend on what you have done, but on who you are to me, my beloved child, precious and irreplaceable. I want you to breathe for a moment. Slow down, let your heart open, even just a little. You do not need to understand everything at once. You do not need to be strong right now. You do not need to pretend. Just allow yourself to sit in my presence, for I am near you in this very moment, speaking not to impress you, but to bring healing where you have felt wounded and forgotten. You feel time passing faster now, don't you? You feel days that once seemed long now disappear quickly. You feel seasons shifting and memories rising to the surface. You look at your life and wonder what it all means, how the pieces fit, why certain things happened, why some prayers seemed delayed, why some dreams changed or faded. You wonder whether you lived well, whether you made the right choices, whether I was pleased with you. And my child, I want you to hear me clearly. I have always seen your heart more than your actions. I have seen your desire to love, your longing to do good, your willingness to stand back up after falling. You have done better than you think. You have loved more deeply than you realize, and you are far more precious to me than you could ever measure. I am speaking to you today because I want to remove the fear that has been sitting quietly inside you. I want to calm the worries that rise when you think about the future. I want to take away the heaviness that makes you feel as though things will never change. I want to tell you something you have waited a long time to hear. I am not finished with you. I am still writing your story, and the chapter ahead is not a repeat of what you have already lived. It is something new, something prepared with purpose, something shaped with love, something timed perfectly for you. Your time is coming, not by chance, not by luck, not by human effort, but because I have ordained it. But before you step into that time, you must understand my heart for you right now. You must know that I am not rushing you, not pushing you, not disappointed in you. I am inviting you. I am gently drawing you back to the place where you can feel my presence again, not as a distant thought, but as the warmth your soul has needed. I am inviting you into rest, into understanding, into renewal. I am inviting you to trust me again, to believe again, to hope again. You have lived through days when you felt my presence strongly, when your faith felt alive and glowing. You have also lived through days when you felt nothing at all, when you wondered where I had gone. But my beloved, I never moved. I never stopped walking with you. Even in the moments you doubted me, I held you. Even when you questioned me, I treasured you. Even when you turned away, I followed you with love. You have never been invisible to me. I know your weaknesses, but I am not ashamed of them. I know your failures, but I have not counted them against you. I know your doubts, but I do not hold them over your head. I am your Father, and I speak with the heart of a father, not one who condemns, but one who restores, not one who punishes, but one who gathers his children close so they can feel his strength again. And today, I want you to feel my strength. I want you to feel my peace settling over you like a soft blanket after a long, cold night. I want you to feel my love reaching into every part of you, the parts you show and the parts you hide. I want you to hear my voice speaking gently to the places in you that have been silent for too long. I want you to know that you have a place in my heart that no one else can fill. My child, you have walked a long journey. You have learned, you have grown, you have fallen, you have risen again. And now I am calling you into a new season, a season where you will understand more clearly how deeply you are loved, how carefully I have guided you, how faithfully I have carried you. A season where blessings you thought were lost will return in ways you never imagined. A season where your heart will find rest, where your spirit will find renewal, where your hope will rise again with quiet strength. But first, before anything else, I want you to hear me say these words. I am with you. I am for you. I have not forgotten you, and your time is coming. And as you sit with these words, my beloved child, I want you to let your heart open even more, because there are things within you that have been waiting a long time to breathe. There are memories you tucked away because they felt too heavy, moments you never told anyone because they hurt too deeply, questions you pretended not to have because the answers frightened you. But I saw every one of those moments. Nothing in your life has been lost to me. Nothing has been overlooked. Nothing has been buried so deeply that my love cannot reach it. I know the quiet corners of your heart, the ones where you keep the stories that shaped you, the stories that only you and I know. You have lived through days that felt like blessings and days that felt like burdens. Sometimes you walked with confidence, and sometimes you walked with trembling. Sometimes you felt surrounded by love, and sometimes you felt painfully alone. And through it all, you wondered where I was, wondered if I was watching, wondered if I was listening. You wondered why some prayers seemed to take so long. You wondered why I allowed certain things. You wondered why the journey felt harder for you than for others. But my child, what you did not always see was how deeply I was involved in every moment, guiding you, shaping you, strengthening you, protecting you from dangers you never even knew existed. There were times you wanted answers, and all you received was silence. But that silence was not my absence. It was my way of forming something within you that could only grow in quiet places. There were times you wanted immediate relief, and instead I gave you endurance. There were times you wanted a door to open quickly, and instead I led you down a longer path, not because I wanted to frustrate you, but because I saw what you could not see. I saw what that path would build inside you. I saw how it would deepen your compassion, how it would soften your heart, how it would increase your wisdom. You are not the same person you once were, and that is not because time changed you. It is because my hand has been shaping you every step of the way. You have asked me questions in your heart that no one else has heard. Why did I have to go through that? Why did I lose someone I loved? Why did my life take the turns it did? Why do I still feel pain when I thought I should be over it by now? And I tell you now, with the gentlest truth, every tear you shed was gathered by me. Every ache you felt was seen by me. Every moment of confusion was accompanied by my presence. I did not abandon you in those moments. I carried you when you felt too weak to stand. I sat with you in the darkness when you thought you were alone. I whispered hope into your heart even when you could not hear me. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Not even the moments you wish had never happened. My beloved child, the struggles of your heart have not been signs of failure. They have been signs of your humanity, signs of your yearning for something deeper, signs that your soul has always been reaching for me even when you didn't realize it. And I want you to understand something, the longing inside you, the longing for peace, for meaning, for love, for healing. It is not weakness. It is your soul remembering its home in me. You look back at your life, and sometimes you feel you should have been stronger. You feel you should have known better. You feel you should have done more or expected more or understood more. But I am not asking you to look backward with regret. I am asking you to look backward with understanding. For everything you walked through, every trial, every heartbreak, every joy, every lesson, has brought you to this moment where you can finally hear me clearly. You could not have arrived here without living what you lived. And I am proud of you, yes, proud, because you kept going even when you were tired. You held on even when you felt like letting go. You chose goodness even when life was not easy. And even when you faltered, you found your way back to me. Do you know how deeply that touches my heart? Do you know how precious your journey is to me? You may think your life has been ordinary, but there is nothing ordinary about a soul that keeps rising, keeps hoping, keeps loving. I have watched you through every season, and each season has revealed something beautiful about you. I know there were days when you felt unnoticed. You did things for others that no one thanked you for. You were kind when no one seemed to care. You were patient when you were tired. You forgave when you were wounded. You stayed loyal when it would have been easier to walk away. Those moments, quiet, humble, unseen by others, were radiant to me. They were acts of love that touched heaven. I know, too, that there were days when you felt misunderstood, days when you tried to explain your heart and words failed you, days when people judged you without knowing the real story, days when you were carrying burdens that no one else knew about. You held so much inside, and sometimes you wondered if anyone would ever see you for who you truly are. My child, I have seen you. I have always seen you, not the mask you wear, not the face you present to others, but the real you. The soul beneath the surface, the heart that longs for peace, the spirit that has remained tender despite everything. There were seasons when you tried to be strong for everyone else, and you forgot to let yourself rest. You poured out love until you felt empty, and you kept going even when you had nothing left to give. You carried responsibilities that weighed heavily on you, but you carried them because you wanted to protect those you loved. I watched you. I honored your effort. I strengthened you quietly when you thought you were surviving on your own. And there were moments, small moments that no one else would notice, when you looked up to the sky, or closed your eyes for just a second, or whispered a tiny prayer that only I heard. In those moments, I was closer to you than your own breath. I knew exactly what you needed, exactly what you feared, exactly what you hoped for. I surrounded you with grace even when you did not feel it. I sent help in ways you did not recognize. I opened doors you thought appeared by coincidence. I protected you from things you never knew were approaching. You have never walked alone. And now, my beloved child, I want you to take a deep breath and truly hear what I am saying. Everything you have lived, everything you have felt, everything you have struggled with, it has all been shaping your heart for what is ahead. The things that once felt like endings were actually beginnings in disguise. The situations that felt like losses were clearing space for future blessings. The times when you felt delayed were actually preparing you for perfect timing. Nothing has been random. Nothing has been meaningless. I have been weaving purpose into every thread of your life. You may not understand it all yet, but you will. And when you do, you will see that my hand has been steady and gentle and faithful. You will see that I have been guiding you not based on your fears, but based on your future. You will see that the longing you feel now, the quiet ache, the hopeful expectation, is the signal that you are closer than ever to stepping into what I have prepared for you. And I tell you again, softly but with truth that does not waver, your time is coming, my child, closer than you think. And now, my beloved child, as you let these truths settle gently inside your heart, I want to speak to you with the tenderness you have needed for a long time. You have carried so much, and sometimes you have forgotten that you were never meant to carry it alone. You have tried to be strong every day, even on the days when your strength felt like it was slipping through your fingers. You have pushed forward even when your heart begged for rest. You have tried to smile, tried to stay hopeful, tried to trust, even when you felt surrounded by shadows. And I want you to know that I saw every moment of that struggle, and I honored it. Your perseverance has been more beautiful to me than you realize. But now I want you to hear something that will bring life back into your spirit. You are not weak for needing encouragement. You are not a failure for feeling tired. You are not lost because you have moments of uncertainty. You are human, and you are precious, and you are loved beyond measure. When you feel weary, I do not step back. I step closer. When you feel afraid, I do not scold you. I hold you. When you feel unsure, I do not judge you. I guide you. You are not a burden to me. You are my joy. I want to encourage you now with words that reach deeper than your doubts, deeper than your disappointments, deeper than the quiet fears you keep hidden behind your daily responsibilities. My child, you are stronger than you know, not because of how much you can endure, but because of how deeply I sustain you. The strength you think comes from yourself has always been a gift from me. The hope that refuses to die inside you, that is me. The tiny spark that keeps glowing even on dark days, that is my light in you, and nothing can extinguish it. You have looked at your life and wondered if the best moments are behind you. You have wondered if your purpose has already passed. You have wondered if the doors that closed will ever open again. But I tell you now, the story is not over. You are not finished. I am not done with you. There is still more love for you to give, more joy for you to experience, more purpose for you to fulfill, more blessings for you to receive. Do not measure your life by age or time or the expectations of others. Measure it by my love, and my love is not limited by years or seasons. My love renews, restores, and rebuilds. You may feel that your dreams changed over the years, or perhaps you let some of them go. But I did not forget them. I did not toss them aside. Some dreams needed time, not to fade but to ripen. Some blessings needed waiting, not to punish you but to prepare you. Some answers needed silence, not because I ignored you, but because I was aligning things in ways you could not yet understand. You have not missed your moment. It is approaching. And when it comes, it will come with clarity, with peace, with a sense of rightness that makes you realize why the waiting was necessary. My beloved child, I want you to lift your head, not with pride, but with hope. You have walked through shadows, but you are stepping toward light. You have endured seasons of drought, but you are moving toward renewal. You have felt overlooked, but I have been preparing a place for you that no one else can take. You have felt delayed, but my timing is always perfect. You have felt forgotten, but I have carved your name into my heart, and I have never once lost sight of you. I know there were days when you wanted to give up, days when you questioned whether your prayers were reaching heaven, days when you wondered if anything would ever change, but you held on. Even with trembling hands, even with uncertainty in your heart, you held on. And that matters. It matters more than you know. For every time you held on, I was holding you even tighter. Every step you took in faith, even when you felt weak, was a victory in my eyes. Every tear you shed was seen. Every whisper of hope was heard. Every sigh was understood. You have been known completely, loved fully, and cherished endlessly. And now I want to speak encouragement into the places where you have felt most fragile. I want you to hear me in the quiet of your spirit. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. I am leading you forward with purpose. What feels uncertain to you is clear to me. What feels heavy to you is light in my hands. What feels impossible to you is already unfolding in ways you cannot yet see. You may feel as though your life is ordinary, but there is nothing ordinary about a heart that keeps choosing love. There is nothing ordinary about a soul that keeps seeking me. There is nothing ordinary about a person who continues to hope even when circumstances suggest otherwise. That kind of hope touches heaven. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of heart brings me joy. I also want you to remember something important. You are not alone. Even when no one else seems to understand you, I understand you perfectly. Even when no one else sees your struggles, I see them clearly. Even when you feel surrounded by silence, I am speaking to your heart. You are not walking blind. I am guiding every step. You are not stumbling through life. I am steadying you. You are not abandoned. I am carrying you through places too hard for you to walk alone. Rest now in the assurance that my hand is upon you. Let the encouragement I am giving you sink into your bones. Let my peace wrap around you like warm light. You do not need to fear what is ahead. You do not need to dread tomorrow. You do not need to replay old mistakes or worry about lost years. I am the God who restores. I am the God who renews. I am the God who gives beauty for ashes and joy for mourning. And I am doing that work in you even now. There is still laughter ahead of you, laughter that will rise from a place of deep healing. There is still peace ahead of you, peace that will settle your heart in ways you have longed for. There is still purpose ahead of you, purpose that will awaken parts of you that have slept for years. I am not returning you to what was. I am leading you to what will be, and what will be is filled with my grace. Listen, my beloved child, you do not need to have it all figured out. You do not need to know every detail. You do not need to understand the path. All you need to know is that I am with you, that I am guiding you, that I am strengthening you. You can step forward with trust because you are stepping with me. And I tell you again, with a love deeper than oceans, with a tenderness that has followed you through every season of your life. Your time is coming. Not because you earned it, but because I promised it. Not because you forced it, but because I prepared it. Not because you fought for it alone, but because I have been fighting for you in ways you never saw. Hold on, my child, stay hopeful. Keep your heart open. The blessings forming in the unseen are greater than anything you have imagined, and soon, sooner than you realize, you will step into them with joy that will make every struggle worth it. And as you hold these words close to your heart, my beloved child, I must now speak to you with a deeper honesty, a deeper clarity, a deeper love, because there are truths you need to hear, truths that will guide you, protect you, and prepare you for what is coming. I speak not to frighten you, but to awaken you. I speak not to burden you, but to free you. I speak not to scold you, but to lead you into a life filled with more peace, more purpose, more light than you have known before. Hear me gently, for everything I say to you now comes from the deepest love. For too long you have carried things that were never meant to stay in your heart. You have held onto memories that only wounded you. You have kept fears that drained you. You have allowed voices, some from your past, some from within your own thoughts, to convince you that you are less than what I created you to be. My child, it is time to let those burdens go. It is time to release the weight of yesterday. It is time to walk lighter, freer, and more awake to my presence in your life. There are habits, beliefs, and patterns that once helped you survive, but now they only hold you back. There were seasons in your life when you felt you needed to be strong, silent, guarded. You learned to hide your pain, to keep your worries inside, to manage everything alone. You convinced yourself that vulnerability was weakness, that asking for help meant failure, that showing your heart would only lead to disappointment. But my beloved, I am asking you now to open your heart again. I am asking you to let me heal what you have kept hidden for so long. I am asking you to trust me with the places in you that feel fragile. You have walked with me for many years, but there are still corners of your heart where fear whispers louder than faith. I do not say this to shame you. I say it because I want you free. Fear has taken too many of your days. It has stolen too much of your peace. It has made you doubt yourself, question your worth, and shrink from opportunities I placed before you. But hear me now. Fear is not your protector. Fear is not your guide. Fear is not your inheritance. My child, you were made for courage, not the loud kind that shouts, but the quiet kind that stands firm in truth and love. And so I give you this gentle warning: do not let fear decide your future. Do not let it shape your choices or limit your steps. Do not let it tell you that you are too old, too late, too tired, or too broken. Those are lies that do not come from me. Fear will try to convince you that your best years are behind you, but I tell you the truth. Your most meaningful moments are still unfolding. Fear will try to convince you that you are running out of time, but I tell you, you are right on time for what I have prepared. Listen closely, my child, because this is important. There are voices in the world that do not speak life into you. Voices that bring confusion, discouragement, anger, bitterness, division, hopelessness. Do not let those voices build a home in your heart. They will try to plant seeds of doubt, seeds of worry, seeds of comparison, seeds of regret. But your heart is sacred. It is my dwelling place. Guard it with care. Only allow in what strengthens you, what brings peace, what lifts your spirit, what draws you closer to me. There will be people who misunderstand you. There will be situations that challenge you. There will be moments when your faith feels tested. But do not be shaken by these things. They do not come to break you. They come to reveal what I have already planted inside you. When challenges arise, remember this truth. I am with you in every difficulty. I am guiding you through every storm. I am the one who turns obstacles into stepping stones, delays into direction, disappointments into redirection. But I must warn you with a father's love, do not return to the things I have freed you from. Do not go back to old wounds and reopen them. Do not go back to old habits that drained your spirit. Do not return to people who only brought you harm. Do not revisit thoughts that poisoned your peace. I am leading you forward, not backward. Your future is ahead of you, not behind you. Release what no longer serves your soul. My beloved child, there will also be moments when you feel the pull of discouragement. Moments when your heart feels heavy. Moments when you wonder if anything is changing, if your prayers are doing anything, if I am moving at all. In those moments, I want you to remember, the unseen is where my greatest work begins. Seeds grow underground before they rise. Healing starts inside you before it appears on the outside. Breakthroughs begin in silence before they manifest in your life. Do not mistake quietness for inactivity. Do not confuse waiting with abandonment. I am always working, always, even when you cannot see it. But I need you to be attentive. I need you to be awake to where I am leading you. I need you to listen not with your ears, but with your spirit. Sometimes my guidance comes as a gentle nudge, a small discomfort, a sudden clarity, a quiet direction in your heart. Do not ignore those moments. They are me speaking to you. Follow them, even if the path feels unfamiliar. Trust the direction of my spirit more than the comfort of routine, and hear me clearly, my child. Do not let bitterness take root in you. Life has not been easy. You have been hurt. You have been disappointed. You have been let down by people you trusted, but bitterness will not heal you. It will only steal your peace. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, nor does it mean agreeing with what was done. Forgiveness is releasing the burden so your heart can breathe again. I am not asking you to approve of what hurt you. I am asking you to rise above it, so it no longer controls you. There will be temptations too, not only of the body, but of the mind, temptations to doubt me, temptations to give up, temptations to follow the world instead of my truth. My warning to you is loving and gentle. Stay close to me. Stay rooted in my words. Stay grounded in prayer, even simple prayer. Stay connected to the quiet moments where you can hear me. When you drift from me, the world will grow louder. When you stay near me, everything becomes clearer. I tell you these things not to overwhelm you, but because you are precious to me, and I want you safe, strong, and filled with peace. What I am preparing for you is beautiful, but it requires your heart to be ready. It requires your spirit to be steady. It requires you to walk forward with trust, not fear. My child, the days ahead will bring light, blessing, and renewal. But they will also require wisdom. So I warn you gently, do not rush ahead of me. Do not try to force things open. Do not try to control outcomes. Walk with me, not ahead of me. Follow my timing, not your impatience. When you move with me, everything unfolds with grace. When you move without me, everything becomes heavy. You are stepping into a season that will surprise you, but you must stay awake. You must stay open. You must stay willing to let go of what no longer belongs in your life. And above all, you must remember this warning spoken with love. The enemy will try to discourage you right before your blessing arrives. Do not fall for it. Do not let discouragement trick you into stopping. Do not let weariness convince you to give up. The closer you are to breakthrough, the louder the opposition tries to become. But it cannot stop what I have ordained. Unless you surrender your hope, my beloved child, hold your hope firmly. Guard your peace carefully. Keep your heart soft and your spirit attentive. I am guiding you with a love that has no end, and everything coming toward you is filled with my purpose. And I tell you once more, with truth that does not change, your time is coming. It is closer than your doubts, stronger than your fears, and more beautiful than you expect. My beloved child, as you continue to listen with a heart that is open and humble, allow my words to settle softly upon your spirit, for I am drawing this message toward its final embrace. You have walked with me through reflection, through encouragement, through warning and guidance, and now I want you to feel the fullness of my love surrounding you like a gentle light that warms without burning, comforts without overwhelming. For everything I have spoken to you has come from the deepest place of my heart. And now I want to gather all these truths into one final breath that you can carry with you long after this moment ends. You may feel tired sometimes, weary from the burdens of life, and uncertain about the days ahead. But I want you to hear me with the quiet strength of a whisper that never fades. Your time is coming. Not because of any perfection on your part. Not because you have never failed. Not because you have always been strong, but because I have always been faithful. And I will continue to be faithful until the final day when all things are made new. My child, you have waited long, you have prayed long, you have remained steady even in seasons when you felt forgotten, overlooked, or unseen, but nothing escapes my sight. Not a single tear you shed slipped past me. Not a single moment of confusion came without my presence standing beside you. Even the times when you felt your hope shrinking, like a small flame flickering in the wind, I was the one shielding it with my hands, refusing to let it die. You have wondered if I still remember what I promised you. Yes, I remember. I always remember. Time may delay the visible, but time cannot erase the eternal, and my promises are eternal. What I have spoken into your spirit, what I have whispered into your heart in moments of prayer, what you have sensed deep within your soul, that quiet knowing that one day things would change, all of that comes from me, and none of it is wasted. You may not yet see the full picture, but I am preparing it piece by piece, forming a path that leads you to exactly where you need to be. Do not think that your age, your fatigue, or your past limits what I can do. The world may measure value by youth, by energy, by outward strength, but I do not. I measure by faith, by endurance, by trust. And you, my beloved child, have continued to walk even when the road was unclear. You continued to speak to me even when answers seemed silent. You continued to hope even when hope felt small. Do you know how precious that is to me? Do you know how deeply I treasure the faith that keeps going, the heart that keeps believing, the soul that refuses to let go of my hand? Your life has been a testimony not because you were perfect, but because you kept coming back to me. You kept turning your face toward me. You kept choosing me even when it was hard. And because of this, your time is coming. Not the time that the world gives, not the time that brings temporary excitement, but the time that I give, a time of fulfillment, of restoration, of renewed strength and gentle joy. A time when you will look back at the waiting and finally understand why it had to be this way. My beloved child, I am not finished with you. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. Your story is still unfolding, and I am still writing chapters that will bring you peace, clarity, and blessing. There are still people you will touch, still prayers you will see answered, still moments of grace that will surprise you in ways you never expected. I am the God who restores. I am the God who makes all things new. I am the God who breathes life into the weary and gives purpose to the overlooked. Let your heart rest in me and trust that nothing I have planned for you can be taken away, delayed beyond my will, or destroyed by the circumstances around you. When I open a door, no one can shut it. When I speak life, no one can silence it. When I choose a moment for blessing, nothing in heaven or on earth can block it. And I am choosing moments for you even now, moments that you will soon step into with a spirit that has been refined, strengthened, and prepared through everything you have endured. So come closer to me in these final moments of this message, and let me gather you into the comfort of my presence. Do not be afraid of the future. Do not fear the unknown. Do not worry about tomorrow. I already stand in every one of your tomorrows, waiting for you with a love that does not diminish. I go before you, I walk beside you, and I remain behind you to protect you. You are surrounded on every side. You are held even when you do not feel the arms that hold you. You are guided even when you cannot see the path clearly. And you are loved deeply, profoundly, endlessly loved in a way that you will spend eternity discovering. Let this love steady your heart. Let it quiet your fears. Let it remind you that you belong to me and nothing can separate you from my care. As this message draws to its close, I want you to carry one thing in your spirit above all else. I am with you and your time is coming. Do not rush, do not force, do not fear. Simply walk with me, listen to me, rest in me, and trust that what I have spoken will come to pass. You were created for more than suffering. You were created for more than worry. You were created to know me, to walk with me, and to live in the fullness of my peace. And that peace is nearer than you think. That breakthrough is nearer than you think. That season of clarity is nearer than you think. So lift your head, my child. Your story is not ending, it is turning. I am bringing you into a new chapter, one shaped by my mercy, my faithfulness, and my everlasting love. And now, as I prepare your heart for what comes next, I want you to return tomorrow with the same openness, the same humility, the same longing to hear my voice. For there is more I want to tell you. There is more I want to teach you. There is more I want to pour into your spirit. Come back, my child. Come sit with me again tomorrow. For I have much more to share with you, and I will speak to you again.